What's up, Guaca fam? Hope you guys have a wonderful day today or wherever you are in the world. If you're starting your day, hope you guys are having a great start to your day. Today, I'm going to be going over the newly improved GOAT AutoPilot automation software tool. So first things first, what we're going to do is log into WAP. So we're going to connect our WAP here. There we go. Hit continue. I'm going to log in with my Discord here. Just going to pull up my Discord. There we go. Just gonna scroll down this, hit approve, hit close. Gonna minimize this now. Hit approve here. Alrighty, so this is your new GOAT AutoPilot app. Once you log in, it'll automatically launch your brokers and everything. I already have my broker connection and everything like that. I'm pretty sure already in here, so I can hit show. Yep, I'm gonna hide this though. But just gonna go and start off with the dashboard. So what's new in the dashboard? So now you have the ability to view your licenses, active licenses that you have active, the number of strategies you have usage to, the maximum amount you can have active simultaneously. You have the ability to basically view how many expired licenses, signals today, the success rate of your signals. Another cool thing is now you have a profit and loss summary within the dashboard. So you know each strategy, how much it made profit for you for today or all time. So you have MNQ scalper and have NQ scalper right here, and you can have a total summary of the total realized profits. Another thing too cool is that we have the calculation of the average speeds based on the 100 execution mode. So there's an API and there's a DOM fallback. So just in case of the API fails, it falls back to the DOM. And then the trades execute today. And then the cool thing about this is that you can manage your license within here. So I can hit resubscribe and it directly takes you within to WAP to resubscribe to your subscription if you ever cancel or have issues with it being canceled and you still having access to the app. But you don't have access to strategy. So you can resubscribe into there, which is really neat. And view all your active licenses you have open. Another cool thing, you can view your recent activities, the trades that are successful and those that have failed, which is really neat. And it tells you what is the issue that could have been causing as well, the errors, so which is really neat. Or you can go up here in your notification center and it will tell you that as well, which is really cool. So another cool thing, we have created a strategy manager. Now you can manage your strategies and all sorts of things, do a buy and sell, test signals in here and all that. You can also go within here, select your brokerage like you usually do. So I can do here, do Tradify, select my brokerage, and then select the account, select the contract that you're trading with, all that sorts, which is really neat. You can use API only or API fallback. If you're using API only, just FYI, if the API fails, it can possibly cause no execution at all. So you probably have a missed signal of some sorts like that. So just be very cautious. So I would say stick to API DOM fallback if you were to do that. You can do market orders. Now you can set the quantity of trades within here as well, which is really cool. So that's basically the strategy manager. The brokers, you can add up to 24 brokers. You can add duplicate brokers as well. So we support all Project X prop firms from Blue Knox all the way down to Lucid Trading. And we also support traditional brokerages like TradeVate. So if you're running Apex or TPT, Take Profit Trader, you can run TradeVate. So I can run multiple here. So I'm going to name this Apex here, for example. Let's do that. I'm going to type in random. There we go. Bam. So you have Apex right there. Let's add another broker. Let's do this as TPT. Let's do that. TPT and password. There we go. Hit save. So now you have TPT and TradeVate, and you can launch both of them at the same time. So you have ability to launch multiple TradeVates now, which is really neat and cool. So I'm going to delete these. And on top of that, you can have the ability to launch multiple Project X at the same Project X. So if you have a different login or something like that, let's say you have Blue Knox, for example, I'll type in this randomly. You can launch 2 Blue Knoxes now simultaneously. So if you have, I have to name this T. I'm gonna name this T Blue Knox. So now you can launch 2 different Blue Knoxes with 2 different logins. So I can hit login, launch. So you have 2 different launches of it now. So which is really neat. Charts, you can access your TradingView charts within here as well. We have a built-in TradingView, so we're going to incorporate more and build off of this as well, so you can have the ability to view your trades. And on top of that, now having to have Project X open around the background or sorts like that. But you can edit the alerts in here within it as well. Market intel here is where you get your economic calendar information, what news and stuff like that. So you can adjust your settings for your automation to make sure to not turn on. Like if there's, initial jobless claim coming out at 8:30, so you know not to turn it on. We have also market news for index market, stock market, futures, and crypto. Another thing cool we have is sentiment analysis. So you can know the market sentiment for NQES, GC. And if you have any other requests you want us to add, we'll add it in here and you guys can check it out and source like that. We also have the log, so you can see all your executions, the errors, and all sorts of things, the success of it. You can view the details of all of them too, so it's really neat. Yeah, you guys can see. And here are the errors. You can see flat and all that stuff. Signal test is a very, very lucrative, detailed testing panel. So you can test your signals to ensure if it's executing or not. So like if I send it to my MQ, I can set it to here. I can't test it right now because the market's closed. But if I do it right now, it's probably going to say
order rejected.
Yep, order rejected because the market's closed right now. But you can test it here. But when you do the test and everything, make sure if you have safe mode on to exit position from here. Don't do a sell signal because it's going to give you an error. Like if I do it right now.
Order rejected.
See, usually strategy, downfall back, disable. Yeah. Oh, it's because the market's closed, so the API is not executing. But with the APIs open, for example, it's not going to execute the trade at all because the reason why it needs to be flat to be ensure that it's execute the next trade. So it differentiates between entry signals and exit signals now. But
order rejected.
See, it's blocked because API execution failed. Current market's currently closed. So yeah, so that's why API won't execute because market's closed, which is really neat. And then you can see notification center, all of it's popping up with notifications. And then you have position tracking, which is really neat. Now you can track your positions per each strategy. So you can have lifetime real updates, not having to have open your brokerage at all, so shown at all or anything. You can have it here. And you can control, verify the position. You can flatten via API right here. There we go. And you can mark as flat. So if it's ever in a position and you exit manually, you hit the mark it as flat so they can get ready for the next signal and so forth like that. So it's like a protection system basically to ensure that you don't get double signals or misexecuted signals and all sorts of things like that. We also added system health so you can keep monitoring your systems and everything like that. So you can monitor your brokerage, how it is, the health of the brokerage, so you can see what the different health is. You can see the logs here, if it's healthy, all the other brokerages and all sorts of things. And we have a little guide as well with inside of our website, so you can know what the different health means, degraded or unhealthy and all sorts of things like that. So it's a little detail index basically to show you. And then in the settings now, we have the ability to do shooting star animations. You want to have that on and off. You can reduce the motion within the app. You can do hardware acceleration on or off. I have mine's on. I like that. It gives me a more better performance for my application. And then we have the safe mode. Safe mode basically ensures no double position when exit signals are missed. Inverted signals are connection losses. Unexpected position from manual broker activity. So you manually execute or your brokerage's daily profit goals for the day. It won't execute the sell signal or anything like that. So that's why it's important to go to your position tracking and flatten everything if you do something like that because the safe mode is protecting your account. Another cool thing, you can tell your app version, what you're on, your client ID, your webhook tunnels, and all sorts of things, which is really neat. But yeah, so that's the entire app right there. I'll catch you guys in the next video on how to set up Project X and TradingView on the new app and go in detail how the test signal works and everything for each of those brokerages. All right, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.